Audio Jungle.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ladi Saiju, originally known as Delbam. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes. Good evening. How has our service been? Mm. Good evening. Yes. I can see my sister watching live and direct from the good house of Lagos. I want to be sharing. I would like to share a little experience with us this night. Before I do that, kindly say hi if you're watching live from all walks of life. Just say hi and drop a heart. Then I'll go ahead with the live experiences that I want to share with us. And I want us to discuss and let's rub minds on certain things. Kindly drop a heart if you're watching. Drop a heart if you're watching right now. Yes, just let me see your hearts flowing. Kindly like. Drop a heart, share, because it's going to be a night to remember. Yes, thank you. Kindly drop a heart. Kenny. Yes. Drop a heart, please. Thank you. I can see my bestie from Canada watching. Good. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching me live from tonight. Remember, my name still remains the same. I'm still your favorite laddie. Just call me Delvam and you are going to be putting a smile on this beautiful face. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Keep dropping the wonderful hearts. Yes, let it keep coming. I want to share an experience with you, and I want you to give me your views, share your opinion also with me. Good. Thank you. Keep it coming. Do me a favor by sharing it, and let me not go too far before I remind you that about our channel. Are you following our YouTube channel, Delbam_blog? Are you also have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? Please subscribe and also drop your comments on most of the videos. We've shared at least 7 videos back to back on the YouTube channel. Like it, drop your comments, and also share the link. That's how to show your friends so much love. I can see so much hearts popping in. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Now, also our Instagram page. Are you there? Do you really know we have an Instagram page? Do you know we're on Twitter? Do you know we're on Likey? Do you know we're on TikTok? Please drop a heart and follow all those pages respectively. Now, I'm not going to take much of your time, but I want to share an experience with you. And that is you have to still give me some more hearts to hear this topic for tonight. Let me still see the heart coming. Let's still have the heart coming. Kindly share. Don't be so selfish. Kindly share. For those who know for those that knows me clearly, we know where I'm coming from when I drop the bombshell. It's about coexisting in workplace. Why is it that we some people find it difficult to have a boss, a female boss, a boss lady in their space of work? That is what we're going to be talking about tonight. Why is it difficult, especially in this environment we find ourselves, to have a female boss? Yes, to have a female boss. Why? Also, is it that because we are black, our heart is also black, that we cannot just give the support and love, especially to the female boss there? Yes, Those are what I'm going to be discussing, and I'm going to be sharing some experiences that you and I will also learn a lesson from. And if you've had such experiences or challenge, if you've encountered such before, either through someone that knows somebody we know somebody, please let's drop your comments and share your experience with me. Why is it that the male folks find it intimidating to accommodate or have female bosses around them? Does it mean the table is turning around now? Does it mean the women are taking over the space of the ruling power now? Let's talk about that. And I'm going to share my experience as well with you guys, and how dangerous and how plotty people can be just because they have a female as a boss. Now, what makes the female? What is this thing that gives the men the rights in the workspace that makes them feel women cannot do it? Those are what we're going to be talking about tonight, and I'm going to be sharing experiences. And I do not want you to shift that to slide this page over without you sharing an experience that you've had also. And in between that, kindly like this video, share the video, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also ensure that you follow us on the Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Likey, and TikTok. Do not forget to do that. Please kindly invite others to join us this night. Yes, kindly invite others to join us this night. Yeah. I'm actually not getting so much hard again. Where are we? Let's discuss why is it difficult for people to reckon or give support to female bosses in their workspace. Let me pin that down also. Why is it difficult? Sorry, I just pinned that down. Why is it difficult for people to support female bosses? What makes you feel they are not, or they might not be able to manage or to be in managerial seats? And this goes like this. This experience I'm going to be sharing for the same. I don't know, I actually want to use a particular language and it keeps skipping me and yet keep flashing my mind. Yes, for people very close will definitely understand where I'm coming from with this particular experience. Yes, for people close to me, they will understand what I'm talking or where I'm coming from. There is this very female boss that happened to be an employer of labor. There is this female boss that is an employer of labor. Eventually did a whole lot of employment to within the space of within our terrain. And after some years passes by, most of those people this employer of labor hired came up with so much plots, so much plotting so much conspiracy, so much lie from the pit of hell. Did a whole lot of petition and signing in and a whole lot of ganging up, recruiting people into their camp just to unseat her. Why is it now? That is how I came up with my questioning of why is it difficult for people to support female bosses. Now, one of those things that I've actually heard that was actually one of the things that was biting them internally was because first, she was a female. Secondly, she was actually doing well within her capacity, and they have actually assumed themselves to be sitting in that space. A whole lot of them, each and every one of this plotter wanted the same space. Each and every one of these people plotting wanted the same space. They are fighting for the same seat and trying to unseat her. I know this happens every day and it happens everywhere. One or two of us must have had an experience of this happening within their vicinity, within their terrain. But how do you manage this when you encountered such? That is one of those things I want to share. How do you manage this when you were faced with a similar challenge? How do you manage it? How do you manage it? Please kindly drop your comments and let's pick it up from there. Thank you, guys. You're so heartwarming. Thank you, guys. That is beautiful. Now, my topic again is, why is it difficult for male folks? Why is it difficult to support female bosses in our works environment? You just feel because they are females, they can't handle certain position. We have that in Nigeria. We've not recorded any female presidency president in Nigeria, and I'm sure if they've actually been striving to come up, but even you watching me right now as a female, are you going to give your support to such a female coming up to strive for? I've not heard of female governors, but I think we've had records of female deputy governors in the country. Why is it difficult for us to give support to female that wants to embark on that wants to embark on the what do I call it? I want to go into office of power, political offices, public offices. Why is it difficult for us to encourage them? Why is it difficult for them to even get there? What are those militating factors that is stopping them or hindering them? Is it the gender that is actually making them not to attain such positions? Is it the race? Is it because we're Africans and women are meant to just be submissive, or to their husband? Why is it difficult? Please drop in your comment back to back. And if you have actually had one or two of such experiences, please let us know why it is difficult for women to be in places of yes, why is it difficult for women to rule in high places and places of authority? What is this militating factor that is actually hindering them? Why? Ṣóbìnrin ò lè jẹ́ president Nigeria ni? Ṣóbìnrin ò lè jẹ́ gómìnà ìlú kan ní Nigeria ni? What is this militating factors? Why can't they just be in places of power and influencing in those places that command so much attention in the country? Why? Why? Please, can you please tell us why it is difficult for women to be in places? Please kindly drop your comments, share the page, share the charts, and let's talk about it. Does it mean if they are in places of authority, they will no longer be submissive to their husband? Does it mean they are not still going to be really, they are going to be bossy, or they are going to be uncontrollable? What is that thing that makes you feel? Just let's drop this comment, let's make it very interactive. What is that thing that is making us feel no, women shouldn't rule us in this country, women shouldn't be the presidents of this country, women shouldn't be the governors of our different states, women shouldn't be in one of those high parastatals? Why do we think so? Please, let's have this comment coming. Thank you, guys. Because these particular issues happen majorly even in workspace. Why you feel they just they just develop natural hatred in as much as it's a woman that is the boss. They just develop natural hatred. They want to lie, they want to see things. If she's dressing well, she's pompous. If she's not dressing shabbily, she's stingy. If she speaks to them, she's arrogant. If she gives instructions, she's rude. You just look for something to attack her or to actually make frustrate her out of it. We have forgotten our mother, our women. We can't actually do away from the cycle of women. Our wives in the houses are women. Our daughters are women. So you cannot underestimate the power and the influence of women in the society. Then why is it difficult for us to just single out a woman and put them in places of authority? Why is it difficult to single out women in places of authority, please? Why? Why do we need to attribute so much hate? Why do we need to attribute so much hate? Sorry. Okay. Why? I'm not seeing anybody saying anything, and this is a very common phenomenon. This is things we act that actually happen around us. Why is it difficult? Let me see if I'm still getting some comments from you guys. Please kindly drop your hearts to show me so much love if you're watching. I can see a whole lot of people watching, yet very quiet. Yes, please drop your hearts to say you're watching. I see Anthony watching. Thank you. Good evening. Quite a long time. I've so missed you. Why? Should we say it is inferiority complex? Should we say, yes, thank you, ma'am. Yes, I've got a comment coming in because some men are so jealous and arrogant, thereby feeling that women, thank you, drop the hearts, drop the hearts, drop the hearts, just share the video. Why is it that it is very difficult for some men difficult to support women? Even these happen between women to women. Yes, it happens. It's not just happening within the male folks not wanting the women to be in high places because they can't take instructions. I've heard of a guy saying because the boss is a woman and is a Benue guy, he will not bow and he will not take instruction from such a woman. I have heard that. And this particular person ensured that he frustrated himself till he left the job. Because he can't just take instruction from a woman. What is that thing that makes you men not want to take instruction from men? And now the women also having so much of hatred, so much of demonic enviness, jealousy, and you just feel bitter. You will hear this bitterness from some women's voice. Just the lady has not done them anything. Their bosses have not done them anything. But in as much as it's a female boss, they just have this ungodly hatred, ungodly bitterness. The bitterness that is bitter, more bitter than bile or bitter leaf. They just have terrible bitterness from their within. Whenever they see you, they keep boiling. What is this thing that is eating people up? I just want, if you've had such experience that happened to somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, just share it with us so that we learn from it. The men cannot just take instructions from the women because they believe that women shouldn't even be in high places of authority. Women are supposed to be taking instructions from them. Why female folks having another female as their bosses, they are just bitter. They are just full of enviness and jealousy. No, my boss is wearing clothes that is bigger than me. Can you pray? The person you're envying, can you pray that okay, the suffering or those trying times this person has come across and passed through? Can you pray that okay, let me too go through it to be in this shoe? Well, and even if you pass through it, can you survive it? Let's have it at the back of our mind that there are people that headache killed. And we call it common headache. And some people will just tell you they're having headache. By the time 1 or 2 treatments, they are gone. And this is the same headache that some have on a daily basis, yet surviving. This is that you, in short, you will have the same headache, and you're just going to prescribe. You will just prescribe self-medication. You just go on self-medication. Take paracetamol, take this, take that one, and you're done. So why are we having so much envy within the female folks to another female? Within the male folks, you feel no. A woman cannot just be my boss. A woman, this is African, it is just cultural, it is African, that women are just meant to be in the other room, like our first man said. Not to be dishing out instruction, rather to be dishing out foods from the pot. But really, then why are we now supporting girl child education if all what the females need to do is just to be in the other room, like our first man said? if actually they must go to school and become relevant in our society, why are we not embracing it now and giving them all the support it entails, all the support they need to excel in that their different fields? Now let me go through the comments again. Because some men are jealous and arrogant, they thereby feeling that women can't do anything good or cannot control them. Of course, they are not ready to take instructions, even when that instructions is progressive, even if when that instruction is just to move the job to the next level. Even if that instruction, it happens that these people I was talking about wouldn't even mind, instead of them to continue to take instructions or go under the leadership of their female boss, they prefer the company to just collapse. They prefer it instead of them to continue to take instruction from a female boss. They are plotting. They are ready to go extra mile, even to go voodoo. Honestly, they are ready to go extra miles. Why is it difficult? What is it with the female child? We've seen female child as a pilot. We've seen female children as what's it called? Engineers, doctors, and soldiers, police. There is no career in the whole world. No career. It was in those days that we usually hear that, oh, if you want to become a soldier, female. No, why do you want to do this? Mechanics, you get a female. Plumbing, you get female. Shoemaker, female are doing exceedingly well in that career. There is no career right now. Those tough areas, you see women trying to strive and stuff their head in there just to ensure they make ends meet as well. Why are we not having challenges in supporting them, in also giving them, putting them through? There is nothing. They said, Paul saw Apollo Waters. If the woman is trying to do it, we've seen the likes of Dora Queen. We've seen a whole lot of women doing well in the country right now. And yet, they have husbands. And yet, we've never even had that, okay, because somebody is a minister in somewhere, they are not doing well. They are not doing well in their home front. They are still trying to mumbo jumbo, they are still trying to infuse the two, not to allow any of those departments to suffer. That is how God has actually fashioned a woman. We can so multitask. You can see a woman washing, cooking, breastfeeding, doing a whole lot of things at the same time. They will be breastfeeding at the same time washing. Yes, they place food on the fire. Why is it now difficult for women? Is it not? I think it's high time men adopt the supporting spirit in giving the women the support they all need to strive in their various careers. Don't mind them. They have choice than to agree. They don't have choice than to agree. That is Nigeria for you, honestly. And this is not actually a factor of just being Nigerian. You see a whole lot of I think it's an African mentality. I think this is seriously peculiar to the blacks, where they just believe that women are supposed to be. There are some men that even believe women are just supposed to be in the house. You don't go out, you don't do anything. But at this age and time, we are not supposed to be relegated to the background. What is the essence of your education if you're being relegated to the background as a woman? You're supposed to be productive and bring something to the table. A man brings, a woman brings. I think that is how we can actually survive in this time and nowadays. It is not all about you leaving everything. Shay, thank you. Kindly drop a heart. Just drop that red heart. Click on it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah. That is how you can survive. You don't just need to be permanently sitting, watching, and when the men are there, they just feel no. In as much as a woman, he's not supposed to be he's not supposed to be my boss. What gives you an edge in your work environment above the female gender? What is giving you that edge? There are so many female guys there. Thank you, Shay. There are so many female there that comes out with first class. There are so many men there that just come out with a, what's it called? This, I don't know. There's one certificate like that if you can't make anything in school, they just give you, let my people go. But what is actually giving us an edge? Why is it difficult to support the female folks, the female gender? Why is it difficult for the men? And again, it is obvious that even the female folks within the same workspace, if they have another female, I saw a movie yesterday, whereas a graduate was desperate for work, a female graduate was desperate for work. So she eventually went to an hotel to secure a job. But as luck we have it, there's no job vacancy in that hotel, and the only space they've got there was a space of a security man. Security man that will obviously wash the cars. Security man. Yes, you're so much. That's why I've got you. Thank you. Certificate of attendance. Just for you to just go to school, they'll give you something. There are men that have it. There are females that have first class. Then does it mean if you've gone to school, you can't be a boss somewhere? If you are a boss somewhere, does it mean your other folks shouldn't support you? Now, some men find it so difficult. That was what we were discussing, Faye. Some men find it so difficult to even have a female boss ahead of them in their workspace. Some females will start making jest, making ridicule, frustrating the female, their fellow women who happens to be their boss. Why is it like that? Is it an African mentality that women cannot just do exploits? Is it I don't understand, and that's what we're discussing. If you've had one or two of such experiences, kindly drop. Remember, you have to like the video, share the video, drop your comments. And let me quickly chip in this, that we have a YouTube channel also, Delbam_blog. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also do not forget that we're on IG, Instagram, Delbam_blog as well. And don't forget that we're on Twitter and Likey and TikTok, Delbam_blog. Thank you guys. Thumbs up for you guys for doing that for me. Thank you for supporting your sister. I so love you. I heart you guys. Thank you. Now let's go back to the movie I said I saw yesterday. Then the lady went in to secure a job opportunity, but unfortunately for her, all she could get in that hotel was the job of a security personnel, which she said that wasn't her first space though. She has actually been to series of places, like 2-3 places, and all where she has been to, they've actually told her she has been facing sexual harassment, where the boss says until or except she can lay with them before they give her the job opportunity, which she sought. It got back to an extent that they even sent home. They sent one of our female friends, housemates, to her with an employment letter. But the employment letter contained an hotel room and a appointment time, which she must definitely come back. And thank you, Faye, which she must definitely come back as an honor the appointment before she can get the job fully. But the appointment letter sent in to her was just a sign that, okay, we're ready to actually oblige you with a job, but you grease my back as well. Then this girl turned that offer down, that she isn't going to do that for any reason whatsoever, which she never did. She went back to the other hotel to take up the job of a security woman. Of course, it was in that movie I'm saying, okay, I've seen series of security women in hotels. She took it up. She cleans, she directs cars going out, she guides them, she's very friendly. She was devoted and she did the job wholeheartedly. Then, unknown to her, a lot of customers were observing her. Most of her friends that walking into that hotel, if they see her, they denied knowing her because of the kind of job she actually had took. But she has her integrity and her dignity intact. Do not let's forget that. And that is a woman for you, power of a woman. Then, after all whatnot, she picked the job and there was an opening. The initial accountant and the manager were caught up in the web of a fraud, they were arrested along the line. Then she applied. And of course, tendering her certificate, she was a first class graduate. She wrote all the tests and she passed. What I want to pick out from this very good story was that when she was still occupying the space of while she was still working as a security woman, the receptionists were always on her case. The receptionists were always on her case. They want to gossip her, they want to backbite her just because she's a woman. I am saying this, I'm citing this as an example in correlation with even women in their workspace. Enviness, backbiting, they want to plot you and bring you down. The men are trying to bring you down because they feel that managerial position you are handling is meant for them, not for you. Gender differences. There is no other crime you have committed. If you talk to them, give this instruction out to a man in your workspace, you're rude, you're arrogant, you're very saucy. How well are you supposed to be talking to your subordinate kneeling down? These guys will go back and plot. If they can use the means of voodoo, they will, just to bring you down, just because you're a woman. Why do we have that myopic thinking? Why are we very narrow-minded in Africa that we just feel managerial space or women are not supposed to be our bosses? Eventually, or vice versa, the women also. If another woman is in the managerial space, another one will be plotting. She will say you're rude. See, your guy is too much. Who is taking your guy from you? Everybody get their guy. She they do her own, do your own. They know they take late comer or first to come. For who find pass. You do your own, then do their own. Then do their own, you do your own. But women, we are just very, I don't know. But this is just a thinking, a thought, a mindset that had to just change. It's just a thought. Yes, I'm going to be taking one or two of those comments also. Thank you, Faye. Thank you. You're just so sweet. I see no reason for a man not to work with a female boss because they can multitask than most men. Of course, God has actually designed women as factor or as an entity that can do so many things. Note that even when a woman is in his workplace, even when he's having a very tight schedule, he's thinking of how to go home, what they will eat at home, she is going to actually branch the market, what they will eat the next morning. She's thinking of what they will eat immediately when they get home, what she's going to prepare before she leaves for work, what she's going to do, and also she's still not going to trash under the carpet what they are leftover assignments or are unfinished tasks in the workspace. Yet there might be one or two of those projects. Remember, either we like it or not, women are very good managers. Most women. I understand we have some women that are very lavish in terms of spending. I understand, Bumi. Thank you. Kindly drop a heart, please, to show that we are here together. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let's the art keep coming. Thank you, guys. Yes, then you understand that we have some women also that are just very, very should I call it lavishing? That could be very extravagant and spending. They are not man, they don't have this mindset of wanting to support the men in managing the home front. We have such women. But trust me, and I know that a large majority will want to agree with me that either way you take it, I want to believe that a majority will want to agree with me that most women, most God-fearing women want to even plan. I have seen a whole lot of men that want to even save their money in the pockets of their wives, because probably in the process of them going embarking on a project, they want their wives to be in charge of their finances, just because they can multitask, they can think, they can plan, they have we are more focused, and that is how God has actually just fashioned us. We're more focused. We want to just focus on something, and we're oriented to, we're achievers. We're achievers. When we set in for a goal, we want to ensure we achieve it. They can do a whole lot of things. So I'm going to be taking another text, what's it called? Comment. Thank you, guys. You know I love you and I cannot love you less. Thank you. All right, I saw there's another comment that most posts cannot even be given to some men because they are not qualified. Yes, but still, they just believe that since they are the men, they are that thing. Gender has actually qualified them either way. Yes, since they are the men, they just believe that we are the boy, we are the men. God has made us the head. If you are the head and there's no neck, where you go stay? Now on the shoulder. If God makes the men, yes, we give it to you guys. You are the man, you are the boss mostly in the house, because in your office place, you could be a female that will be bossing you. Does that now mean because you have a wife that is even more prettier than your boss in the office, or is even more bigger or older than your boss in the office, you shouldn't give honor to who honor is due? No. No, and I think it's high time we start changing our mentality. Let's give the women a wing to fly and even rule us in this country. America did it, so what's the big deal? So, like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? All right, let me take one or two again. Thank you guys for joining. Kindly drop a heart and share the video. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Don't watch alone. Share the video. Invite others. Thank you for being my shoulder. All right, Faye, I've not seen you dropping any comments. So, all right, let me go ahead. I wanted to take a comment, but I noticed I've taken most of those comments already. Thank you. Yes, you say it is just a value-laden mentality. Honestly, it's just a mindset. I said that earlier also. I said that earlier also. But that mentality is actually affecting the growth in the women's space right now. We're actually not seeing we're underutilized. We're not seen in places that we can actually maximize our potentials as women, because there's a lot women can actually contribute to whatever we are going through right now in the country, either economically, even in the ruling class. We hardly could get, I don't know, at a point they said it's going to be proportional to like 40-60, but I doubt if that is actually what is the take right now. So we actually need to give the space to room to women in our society to actually have a voice. It's time for us to lend them a voice. It's time. And how are we going to do this? We are just going to do it together. It is time for us to lend the women a voice. We need to be audible enough. Thank you guys. I so love you. Thank you guys. Yes, it's time for us to actually lend a woman a voice. Remember, my name is still Ladi Saidi. And don't forget, I am so much Delbam ship. I am not going to give that for anything. Yes, call me Delbam any day. I'm going to answer you. Yes, please let's give support to the women. Enough of the hating, enough of the evidence, enough of this bad blood, enough of this shading, enough of it. We can do a lot together, regardless of the gender, regardless. We have all clamored lately for girl child education. Then what will be the essence? How are we now going to make use of a girl child education if they are actually not maximizing their potentials, if they are not going on out to actually exhibit what they've gone to school for years to learn? How are we now going to strive? How are we now going to contribute to whatever we're going through right now in the society, in our country, in the world at large? I want to say thank you for every one of you that had joined me this night. We are going to do this again next Sunday, same time, 8 p.m. And I can't love you less. For every one of you, I might not be able to call names, but I've seen a whole lot of you joining me lately. Thank you, Tokpe. Please kindly share a heart with me. Just click on the heart and show me so much love. Thank you, guys. I so love you. Remember to stay blessed and stay safe. COVID-19 is real. Take care of yourself and see you same time next week.